Basics of Pharmacovigilance. Learning objectives. At the end of this lecture, you shall be able to understand what pharmacovigilance is, why it is important, basic terminologies in pharmacovigilance, and sources of data. Before we start learning the subject, let us understand the word first. The word pharmacovigilance is derived from the Greek word pharmakon, that is medicine, and the Latin word vigilantia, that is vigilance or watchfulness. Thus, pharmacovigilance is a science which keeps close eyes on medicines. It is the process of monitoring, evaluating, and improving the safety of medicines in use. It is carried out by pharmaceutical companies on their products and also by government agencies on all medicinal products. Healthcare professionals, example doctors and pharmacists, also have a role in pharmacovigilance. They report suspected side effects of medicines to government agencies or else to the pharmaceutical companies. It helps to improve patient care and safety in relation to use of medicines and thus improves overall public health. As per the World Health Organization, pharmacovigilance is a science and includes all activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse effects or any other medicine-related problem. Pharmacovigilance activities are carried out throughout the life cycle of a medicine, equally in the pre-approval stage to the post-approval. Why do we need pharmacovigilance? Not everything is known about a medicine when it receives its license for marketing. The merits of a new drug and balancing its beneficial and its untoward effects are established only after sufficient experience has been gained from its use in real practice. Part of the reason for this is that our Phase 3 clinical trials failed to detect some side effects due to various reasons as follows. First, narrow population. These studies are generally age and sex specific and are limited to few patients, example 1000 to 2000. Second, narrow indications. These refer to only the specific disease studied during trial. In post-marketing phase, drug may be administered in coexisting disease or wide variety of different disease combination apart from primary disease for which drug got the approval. Third, short duration. Most of the studies are generally of few weeks to months, which makes difficult to study long-term effects of drugs. For this reason only, very few adverse reactions can be observed during its clinical development. Once the product has been placed in market, a much larger and often wider population will be exposed to drug, which may lead to a change in the drug's overall safety profile. Above all, companies want to keep their safe products in the market so as to minimize public hazard. Once approved, a medicine leaves the secure and protected scientific environment of clinical trials and is legally set free for consumption by the general population. At this point, most medicines will only have been tested for short-term safety and efficacy on a limited number of carefully selected individuals. In some cases, as few as 500 subjects and rarely more than 5,000 will have received the product prior to its release. Therefore, it is essential that new and medically evolving treatments are monitored for their effectiveness and safety under real-life conditions post-release. More information is generally needed about use in specific population groups, notably children, pregnant women, and the elderly, and about the efficacy and safety of chronic use, especially in combination with other medicines. Experience has shown that many adverse effects, interactions, that is with foods or other medicines, and risk factors come to light only during the years after release of a medicine.